The question is whether the civil service is still preparing for leaving without a deal, and you've confirmed that that's still the default legal position. But what exactly is the policy of the government? Because as a matter of fact, an international law, the moment at which the 29th of March deadline for the Article 50 period was extended was when you accepted the extension offered to you at that European Council on the 21st of March. That's correct, isn't it?
Sorry, the first extension was obviously...
First extension.
Yes.
It was you were at the Council, you accepted the extension. That is when Article 50 was extended.
Yes.
Yes. And and it was not when Parliament subsequently passed the SI changing the exit date. That was just an implementation.
The change of the SI exit date was necessary to ensure that UK domestic law was in line with the international law. In the government's response to my committee's inquiry into the status of resolutions of the House of Commons, the government said that even for motions of return, humble addresses, such motions would, and I quote, this is the government's response, lack statutory force, and a mere motion cannot be, quote, be used to change the law, compel the government to legislate or lay a regulation or tell ministers how to perform a statutory function. So whatever the political pressures may have been on you on the 29th of March, you were under no legally binding obligation of any kind to accept the extension, were you? Well, the government took a decision that it was right to and appropriate at that time to accept that extension.
And at the subsequent summit, you made the same choice without any legal obligation upon you to do so.
No, there was a legal obligation. There was an obligation at the second summit because the House of Commons had passed legislation that required government to ask for an extension.
It required the government to seek an extension, but it didn't require you to accept any terms that were offered. And that's what you did.